Hey guys, this is Temurfees from tbreak.com. Today we'll be looking at the brand new Toyota 86. The 86 is Toyota's reintroduction to the sports car since the Supra actually. Well, actually no, since the Celica, but they did discontinue that for close to a decade now. So this here is their first rear-wheel drive sports car since the Toyota Supra back in the early 90s. That's when the last one was made, and this is a collaboration effort between both Toyota and Subaru. So Subaru helped on the Boxer engine, and Toyota designed the chassis and the general body design. Both cars look identical. There are just some very minor changes in the suspension. That's it. So let's look at the interior of the 86. What you've got here is a very surprisingly roomy cabin. The only thing is that this is the base manual model that we have over here in the bios. So you've got four trims basically. You've got the base manual, that's 95,000 with 16-inch rims. You've got the base automatic, which is pretty much the same thing except an automatic gear. You've got the mid-range, which has paddle shifters, 17-inch rims, frameless rear view mirrors, and an LSD. And obviously the full options, which has got leather, and that's pretty much, and a body kit as well, for 125. So now let's look at the interior over here. The basic interior for all the cars is the same. We've got this smallest steering wheel that Toyota claims to have made since forever. You've got a mix between felt material and hard plastics pretty much all over the place. Again, that's it. Now the base over here comes with these cloth seats, which may attract dust a bit too quickly. If you look behind, you'll see that there's not an awful lot of space. In fact, that's an awful space in the back. 2+2, still it is there, good enough for babies, I guess. Toyota obviously designed this so that once the back seats are folded down, you can have enough tires, well, 4 of them for a track day as well. So coming back to the front, if we have a look at the speedometer, you'll see that again it's very sort of basic, but this is exactly the kind of information you need. The RPM meter is straight in the middle, and the speedometer is on the left. Now, the way it's designed, it's very deceptive, because if you're on highway speeds over here, even around 100, 120, you still feel that from the edge of your vision, you feel that the car is going a bit too slow, which is obviously not the case. These are the only options that you can see, which is accessed through these buttons over here, the auto and the display. So you've got the kilometers and obviously current fuel consumption. Average 11.5, pretty damn impressive for this car. I'm sure it's more hot than just 38 degrees. And if you have a look at the basic console area over here, you'll just see that okay, these I mean, there's nothing impressive over here for this. The only thing about the central information and the entertainment system is Bluetooth connects easily, and you can play your audio files from your iPhone 4 or whatever smartphone that you have. Down here you'll see an impressively simple and old school clock design, and the climate control over here, which is not automatic. That is available in the mid and the highest end option. If you look over here, this is the gearbox, the 6-speed manual that you have over here, newly designed by Toyota for the 86. Now these are some impressive buttons. The VSC Sport mode, once you use this, then the car's suspension tightens up a bit. Traction control is slightly, well, toned down. It lets you have fun with the car. Obviously you shouldn't do this on the roads over here, better for track days and whatnot. Hold this button for 3 seconds and every computer nanny in the car is off, and you can go buck wild with the car in whatever way you please. And that's pretty much it for the inside. Let's take it for a spin, and let's see how it handles. Right now let's take the 86 out for a spin. The thing is that because this is a new car and the biting space is so small on the clutch, that I still haven't gotten used to the perfect shifts. But apart from that, I mean, the first thing that I noticed was how easily you can listen to the engine and how good it sounds. The other thing is that, you know, now this is something that you have to experience for yourself. You really have to drive the car to see how balanced it feels. I mean, at no point did I feel that it's slipping out of control, even with the VSC Sports mode engaged. Obviously, traction control is a different issue altogether. That's a big truck. It's just that, you know, I mean, obviously this could be with the tires as well, the 16-inch tires that we have on this base model, that it's just a bit, that bit happy to start drifting, to start slipping out if you want to make it feel like it. But again, at no point does the car go out of your control. It's always that perfect balance where you're just in control and where you're just sort of like on the edge, trying to keep it in control. Obviously, you can't drift or do much crazy stunts on the roads of Dubai. That's something that's reserved for Yas Marina or the Autodrome. Apart from that, what I would say is that you really have to feel the car to be able to enjoy the driving experience. I mean, Toyota has put most of the focus on just the drive. I mean, the 2-liter naturally aspirated engine makes 200 horses, and the torque is about 210 Nm. Not that impressive, but what you do feel is that when you're driving the car, it's all about the pleasure and just shifting the gears or just having the car in control. So I mean, if there was any one time where I would recommend having a test drive for a car before you're driving it, or even if you're slightly interested in it, the 86 is definitely that. It's one of those cars where it's easy to control, it's easy to push, and it is a daily driver as well. It's not a sports car in the traditional sense where it becomes inconvenient at any point. So that's it for the Toyota 86. Do check it out. It's out in showrooms now, so you can buy it or take it out for a test drive at any time. And see you all next week. Thank you.